There comes a time in every person's life when you must draw a line in the sand and say, enough. Enough with the distractions, enough with the procrastination, enough with doubting the call that's been placed on your life. You weren't made to live beneath your potential. You weren't created to wander in circles when you were called to take dominion. This is that time. This is that moment. It's time to focus. It's time to conquer your mind. Because the greatest battle you'll ever face is not out there in the world, it's the one happening between your ears. And until you win that war, no success out there will ever feel real, permanent, or fulfilling. So today we reset, we realign, we remember who we are. Let's walk through the core truths that will transform the way you think, the way you live, and the legacy you leave. Most people think the secret to success is hidden in some complicated strategy, some high-level tactic they haven't learned yet. But more often than not, the real key is something much simpler, something so basic that people overlook it entirely. It's focus. Raw, undistracted, relentless focus. The truth is, everything changes when you focus. Your energy sharpens, your decisions become clearer, your pace accelerates. And that's because focus isn't just about paying attention, it's about channeling your life force toward what matters most. We live in a world that profits off distraction. Every app, every headline, every opinion is pulling at you saying, look at me. It's not just your phone that's stealing your attention. It's your inner critic, your old fears, your need to be validated by people who aren't even walking your path. And when your focus is scattered, your strength is diluted, your power is spread too thin. You might feel like you're working hard, but you're not moving forward. You're just spinning, you're just surviving. But when you choose to focus, when you decide to cut out the noise and lock in on your vision, something inside you shifts. You stop reacting to life and start building it. You stop scrolling and start sowing. Focus is not a passive experience. It's active. It's deliberate. It's you saying, I know who I am, I know what matters, and I refuse to waste my strength chasing distractions. Let me tell you a quick story to illustrate this. There was a young man trying to start his own business. He had the ideas, he had the passion, but every time he sat down to work, he'd bounce between 10 different things. One minute he was researching marketing, the next he was watching videos on how to be more confident, then replying to texts, checking emails, posting on social media, and yet months passed and he wasn't any closer to his goal. Frustrated, he finally reached out to a mentor and said, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm working all the time, but nothing's happening. The mentor looked at him and said, you're busy, but you're not focused. You're spreading your energy like a light bulb when you need to be like a laser. Focus on one outcome until it breaks open. That moment was a wake-up call. The young man stopped trying to do everything. He locked in on the one thing that mattered most, making sales. He stopped overthinking the logo, stopped chasing new shiny ideas, stopped asking for everyone's approval. In 60 days, he made more progress than he had in 6 months. Not because he got smarter, but because he got focused. That's the power of focus. It's not just mental, it's spiritual. It's a declaration to heaven and earth that your energy is sacred and you will not spend it on distractions anymore. You have too much calling in you. You have too much destiny on your life to live scattered. Focus is the gateway to power, and it's time to walk through it. Your mind is the most powerful force you will ever encounter, and at the same time, it can be your greatest enemy if left unchecked. The battle for your future is fought inside your own head every single day. Your thoughts have the power to build kingdoms or destroy dreams. But the problem is, most people don't realize they are the general in this battle. Instead, they allow fear, doubt, and old wounds to dictate their reality. They hand over the keys to their mind to anyone or anything that whispers negativity. This is where the fight begins because your mind doesn't naturally want to take you forward. It wants safety, comfort, the familiar. It wants to keep you small, safe, and stuck. But your soul, your purpose, they're screaming for breakthrough. You must become the commander of your mental fortress. It's not enough to simply notice the thoughts that come and go. You have to lead them, challenge them, and refuse to accept lies. When fear says you can't do this, you must respond, watch me. When doubt tells you you're not enough, you must say, I am more than enough. The mind is a tool, but it must be wielded with authority. If you don't lead it, it will lead you, and most often, it will lead you down a path of hesitation, distraction, and defeat. There was a woman who wanted to change her life completely. She dreamed of starting a business, breaking free from her 9 to 5, and living on her own terms. But every day, her mind fought her. The voices of fear told her she wasn't smart enough, that the market was too saturated, that failure would be humiliating. She nearly gave up. But one morning, she made a choice. She would no longer let those thoughts control her story. She started every day by declaring, I am capable, I am prepared, I am destined to succeed. She didn't ignore the fears, she acknowledged them, but she refused to obey them. Slowly, with daily mental discipline, she retrained her mind to focus on possibility instead of limitation. That shift was painful, but it was powerful. Over time, her mindset grew stronger than her fear. Doors began to open, opportunities she hadn't seen before appeared. Her confidence wasn't born from circumstances, it was born from the authority she took over her thoughts. This is the victory you're called to. Not a mind free from struggle, but a mind that commands the struggle and transforms it into fuel. You have been given a mind capable of limitless creativity, innovation, and faith, but you must lead it with courage. You must become the general of your inner battlefield. Every negative thought you defeat is a victory. Every limiting belief you overthrow is a breakthrough. The future you want begins with the discipline to master your mind today. This is the war you must win. For when your mind is under your command, nothing in the external world can hold you back. Imagine a world-class athlete preparing for a championship. They don't train only when motivation strikes or when the conditions are perfect. They train every single day, rain or shine, tired or energized, because they know that discipline builds the foundation of greatness. Discipline is waking up before the sun rises, pushing past the pain, and choosing the long-term reward over the short-term pleasure. It's the quiet sacrifice that nobody sees, but that makes all the difference. Many people wait for motivation to arrive like a visitor, hoping it will knock on their door and inspire them to act. But motivation is fleeting, a flame that flickers and dies quickly. Discipline is the unwavering flame that keeps burning even when the storms come. It's the difference between those who dream and those who do. Let me share a story about a young woman who dreamed of becoming a successful writer. She loved the idea of creativity and the freedom it promised, but every time she sat down to write, distractions pulled her away. Some days she felt inspired, but most days, doubt and fatigue threatened to stop her. One day, she decided that passion alone wouldn't carry her through. She created a schedule, 1 hour of writing every morning before the world woke up. Some mornings she typed just a few words, other days she poured her heart onto the page. She wasn't always perfect, but she was consistent. That discipline transformed her life. After a year, she completed her first book. The joy wasn't just in finishing, it was in the daily victories over resistance, in the small wins that added up to something monumental. This is the power of discipline. It's not about perfection, it's about persistence. It's the choice to keep going when it's hard, to honor your future self by saying yes to what matters today. Discipline trains your mind and body to work in harmony towards your goals. It guards your focus by creating habits that support your vision. It's the unseen effort behind every success story. When you embrace discipline, you are telling yourself and the world that you are serious. You are declaring that your dreams are worth the hard work. You are building a fortress of strength and resilience that no distraction or setback can easily break. And that, my friend, is how you transform focus from a fleeting thought into an unstoppable force. You're not waiting on the world is waiting on you. It's waiting for you to silence the noise. It's waiting for you to shut down the lies. It's waiting for you to rise up with unshakable clarity and say, I was born for more and I won't waste another second. Conquering your mind is not a one-time event. It is a daily decision. It's not glamorous, but it is glorious. It's not always loud, but it is always powerful. It doesn't always feel good, but it always produces good. So today, make the decision to focus, to discipline your mind, to align your habits, to silence fear, to protect your peace, to build your future. Because the war is not out there, it's within. And when you conquer your mind, you conquer everything.